I'd like to welcome our first speaker, Kira.
A show of hands. Have you judged anyone today? Be completely honest. I'm not judging here. Maybe it was a stranger on the street or a colleague. You probably even judged me before I came onto the stage. I mean, who wouldn't? I'm literally the youngest speaker. Don't be ashamed though. I'm guilty of judgment as well. Here's the truth. Society has programmed us to sort people into boxes based on our first impressions of them. These first impressions can include rumors and stereotypes we hear all around us. We judge someone because it's easy, and what we think is easy is right. Spoiler alert, it isn't. You can't just know a person's entire life story by looking at them. But what if you could hit the reset button on the way you perceive others? What if every time you met someone new, you just gave them a clean slate? No assumptions based on looks or behavior, no gossip you recall that mentioned their name, nothing. Just them, the person in front of you. Because let me tell you this, when we actually start seeing people without labels, something amazing happens. We stop assuming, but we start understanding. Pressing that reset button on your social code won't just help you gain new friends. There's much more to it. It builds empathy and opens doors to friendships you never expected to have. That's really important if you want a social life you thrive in. You'll realize that your neighbor next door could probably be one of the most interesting people you've met. Or that shy person at an activity club could talk to you about that activity for hours. You never know what you'll come across. So, how do we press the reset button on this aspect of life, let alone find it in the first place? First, notice your initial thoughts about someone. Your thoughts may be something like, ugh, they look annoying, or, wow, they're so pretty. I'm jealous. Catch those thoughts. Pause them. Question them. Ask yourself, do I really know what they're like? Or am I just applying a label I was taught? You see, as human beings, we have a natural tendency to make assumptions of what is in front of us. But I'm challenging you to take that step back, especially in that first interaction. Each interaction is a chance to learn something new and a chance to challenge your own assumptions. And don't ignore those chances, because you never know what could happen. Second, start small. Your first interaction with someone is allowed to be awkward and even somewhat funny. We're human after all, we all make mistakes. But those mistakes can lead to making real connections. That's what it's all about. Say hi, be friendly, listen more than you speak. That fumbling first hello, as awkward as it is a sign you're pushing past your comfort zone. And that's where real growth happens. The goal here isn't to become friends overnight, even though that's usually my goal, as my friends know. But it's to see them as a person, not just a category. The more you connect, the more your perception of people will change. And this chips away at the pre-built assumptions society has made us believe. Third, embrace curiosity. Think back to when you met your best friend. What was that interaction like? Was it a boring first meeting? Was it interesting? I mean, it must have been interesting, or else you probably wouldn't have become friends. Everyone is different in their own way, and that's what makes diverse friendships exciting. Treat everyone as someone new, like a book you've never read before. You'll be surprised what you learn about them or what you learn about yourself. Labels don't tell you what a person's hobbies or interests are. Curiosity gives you access to the real story behind the person in front of you. Pressing reset isn't about being perfect. It never was, and it never will be. It's all about willing to see people differently, to give a chance again and again for genuine connection to grow. Personally, I've been through so many diverse experiences with friends. I've had friends with special needs, friends from different cultures, friends who don't even share the same interests. But all of that led to what I treasure the most: an amazing social life where I learned about so many different people and have grown through those connections. Which brings me to the story of how I met one of the coolest people I know. It was the first day of 6th grade. I was awkwardly sitting at my desk, writing my name down on a piece of construction paper. The teacher had instructed us to make placards of our names so she wouldn't forget them over the year. After I was done with that, I looked to the side of the class, and what do I see? A shy boy with glasses. He didn't seem to have any construction paper. So I'm torn between, he'll probably get some from the teacher, and he looks too shy to talk to anyone anyways, and, oh, you have to meet this person. Come on, go. The other side gets the better of me, and I end up walking over to him with a piece of paper in my hand. I give it to him, and I start with the usual, hey, what's your name? Are you new here? I haven't seen you around before. And as soon as we make eye contact, I felt a spark in me. I felt the voice in the back of my head telling me, oh, you guys have potential to be best friends. After our simple introductions, we immediately dive deep into our interests. I tell him about my love for creativity, arts, and anything that involved music. And he told me about his love for video games and anything that was digital. He even taught me about all of the functions of his wheelchair. I mean, it's not every day you come across someone in an electric wheelchair, right? Just in case you wanted to know, favorite part are the built-in lights. My story proves that there is space for difference in your life. Take the risk. Have special friends you can see through beyond social labels. Learn to accept differences. And maybe, just maybe, your life might be a little more exciting. After my TEDx talk, I really want you to consider what I've told you today. Each interaction you have in life can become a remarkable moment and a lifelong connection. All you have to do is to be open to it. Open your mind and adjust your perspective. And remember this when you meet someone for the first time and start having initial thoughts about them. Catch them, pause them, question them. You never know if you'll meet your next best friend because of it. Thank you.